when you are preparing a solution for a particular industry wise or very specific challenge here, right? So if I am developing one of the e-commerce application, maybe I will ask to you for solution for e-commerce application. E-commerce application, if you wanted to migrate complete e-commerce application setup and migrate into any other cloud, let's say on AWS. So how you will do it? What are the different services? What will be the architecture? What will be the solution? What are the fault tolerance, or you can say high-availability features? So you are going to use it. How you will improve the performance. So in that scenario, what are the different services you are going to use it? Right? Any particular scenario is, let's say memcached, or if you are using a Redis cache or something like that, will you be able to use it? Okay. Or if you guys can use it, AWS CloudFront in any particular scenarios, right? Or maybe there is a, you can use some read replicas for a database like that, right? Or so what are the combination of a different services you are going to use it, right? And how you will create an entire infrastructure, right? And do you want it to go with any other, you can say, automated infrastructure as a service and infrastructure, or you complete deployment setup? So what are the services you are going to use it, right? So if you are working as a DevOps engineer, so you need to specify that DevOps services, DevOps configurations, and DevOps steps, how you will do it, right? Including your promotion, including your pipeline, including monitoring, and all of the setups here. As a developer, you need to have a fair and idea about it. What are the different services you are going to use it, configurations related to database, RDS, or maybe a NoSQL database, right? If you are going to use it EC2 for development and set it up, or serverless, if you are going to use it with API gateway or with load balancer, how you are going to use it. Correct. If you are using a S3 for some of that static resource storage, so then that are the configuration you will going to use it. Correct. If you are storing a log or pushing the log into any other shared place where you are going to use it. Correct. So one of that solution, then multiple questions can be solved, or you can say can be checked, right? And that everything will be a category. And then also that there is a microservices related questions. How this you will create a different microservices and you will deploy it. Correct. So definitely this e-commerce application will be set up as a on the microservice architecture. So now how you will particularly deploy that microservice architecture, or you will develop it. Correct. So this is the way that one scenario we can have a multiple discussions, and for a different services related to security, related to authentication, related to database connections and databases, right? Microservices, deployment, and you can say either we are going with the Elastic Container Service or Elastic Kubernetes Service, right? So which service or pipeline, right? So many such, based on the job role, we can have a so much detailed discussion on one particular scenario. Correct. So that is the way you can prepare it for this way, right? But if you are going with the data engineering side, so then there are a different data engineering. What are the different sources we are fetching up the data, right? In that data source, how we will merge the data and how we will process and display the chart, right? If you are running on any other predictive analytics algorithm on the data and you wanted to generate some result and send it to somewhere else, so that is also another kind of a questions here. Okay, so this is basically you can try